I got you.
But it is true.
Oh,
It's like the
it is.
hills have eyes. It's like the hills have eyes. You'd be like, they oddly all look alike.
Thank
How's it going? It's Monday night, and of course I have my
Of course,
speaker
your
on.
phone. I know. I was about to say your phone. Your phone.
Hello, hello, and welcome to my so-called life. My name is William, and it is another beautiful day in my sewing neighborhood. How are you doing, twin? How are you today?
I'm doing really good, and I'm even better that we have a 2-hour delay tomorrow. Yes, it's ice raining tonight.
What does that mean?
So, the roads are going to be icy, so we have to wait for the sun to come up before we can start traveling.
Oh, see,
So we have a 2-hour school delay.
To someone who lives where I live, we rarely hear about that. In Arizona, they have most of the test is about driving on ice, but they just tell you to not hit the accelerator.
No, and pump your brakes.
Yay! Hello, hello! I want to say hello to Katie. Welcome,
Hi,
welcome,
Katie.
welcome! Yay! Hello, hello, Rita.
Hi,
Welcome to the
Rita.
House of Sewing. Yay!
I love all these people. They're amazing.
I did a very mindless sewing project. Made 35 disposable paper towels out of flannel. It was amazing, cute. Cut a square zigzag sides. Done. I love projects like that. Hey,
Love
Mona.
that.
Hello,
Hi, Mona.
hello. My so-called life looking good.
Oh,
Great to see you, kid. Great
hey,
to see
William.
you. Yay. Hello, Judy. Great to see you. Hello,
Hey.
hello.
Yes.
So Rita has a question. Why does it seem like it takes longer to put the finishing binding on a quilt than it does to do the entire sewing and putting together of the quilt itself?
Is she hand binding it? That's going to be my question for her.
Okay, but as somebody like I put the binding on this coat, and it took me a minute to pin.
Well, we do mitered corners too. Do you need mitered corners on your jacket?
I have no. Was that English? I have no idea what you just said to me.
You know what a mitered corner is. You know what a mitered corner is. You would work. Same thing. 45-degree angles. Oh, I know. The finishing touches always seem like they take the longest. Absolutely. But once it's done, it's the most beautiful thing, and you can snuggle with it or give it to somebody you love. Absolutely.
So you're admitting it's a blanket.
Oh, I'm gonna quilt. Oh.
Give me a hug.
I know. I did say blanket. That's the most beautiful quilt ever. Absolutely. My biggest thing is I don't like quilting, even though I have this guy behind me.
Says the person who literally has the literal machine in her house.
Well, somebody can come do it for me. I'll set it up.
Hey,
you just go to town.
Hello, shalom. Hello, hello, hello. So, Terry, are you gonna do a quilt sew along?
Are you?
Hello, Montoya. Hello,
oh, no. Don't avoid it.
No, I'm just checking to see if I missed anybody. Hello, hello. Katie, shalom. How's it going? Did I avoid it yet? Have I avoided it completely?
No, because it's in my head. I will come back to it.
I should. Do you know that's actually a really good segue, because this evening here in the House of Sewing, I'm going to be going through a ton of fabric. One of the reasons I'm going to tackle my cart over there is because I walked by and I heard something fall over my cart into the back. And so it's officially behind my dryer.
Oh.
My corner is just like it takes forever. Yay!
There you go. Now you can see my whole face. But yes.
My so-called life, that was English. No hablo inglés. Yo no hablo inglés. Nada. Lo siento, Terry.
Whatever. Hi, Shalom. Hey, Katie.
Yay. Hello, Shalom. Great to see you. Katie. Yay. Can you send that thing behind you then? Yeah, exactly.
No, you can come over here and do it. I have another place. You can sleep here. It's okay. I'll cook for you and everything as long as you quilt.
I mean, I'm almost done, but I've spent 2 hours putting the finishing binding. Just seems like it takes forever.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
It all
Certain.
depends on, yeah.
No, go ahead. I've had too much
No,
coffee.
please. I want to hear it.
I'm in full Tasmanian devil right now. No, I need to get up and start going through my fabric because I had a fabric lunch, but I have an embarrassing amount of just like miscuts, scraps. Just it's where fabric goes to cry is in this corner over here.
So we're circling back. Are we going to do a quilt along?
Sure, but mine's gonna be so janky.
But
I'm
it's
a
okay.
rookie. Well, last year was my rookie year. This is like my second year, you know.
Okay. I'll make them big squares, like big blocks.
I showed you my first attempt at a quilt.
Like we can
Hey
do.
Candace, hello. I wish that was easy thing to
I
absolutely.
know.
Hey, how's it
Candace.
going? Great to see you. Great to see you. Oh, whoops. I haven't sewn on my
Oh, the rabbit block from the 100 acre wood. Mm-hmm.
my eyes are crossed from all those tiny pieces.
I know they are so small. I'm so sorry. I could never do anything like that. Mm-mm. I'm barely putting this quilt together that I'm working on.
Sounds more like William is okay. This is a very good segue. Thank you, Rita.
Oh,
I have gone 6 full days of not buying any fabric or sewing machines or anything.
it feels like I need like pom poms or something,
Be proud of Janky.
like a fog, like a horn, something.
So I
I'm
am
proud of you.
6 days clean of buying fabric. God,
Can
a
anyone
week
else
from
say
now, I'll
that?
be like, got any sewing machines, man? Got any sewing?
We're gonna
Oh,
find him in the fetal position on the floor.
we all started with wonky blocks.
Yeah.
This is how it started. In next year, I'm going to be like, look at my 75th quilt. So is this how
So
it started? Is this my origin story or what?
yeah, like
It was the
we
first day
can
of
make
my new
something
job.
simple.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Candace got
It's
a
her
new
first day.
job. We have to do the happy birthday to you. So, yay, congratulations. Yay. I'm still playing with my mini quilt frame. My goal is to gain skills next.
Hmm.
Sometimes mine are still wonky. Thank you. Thank you. It has been a minute since I've purchased fabric. It really has. And I haven't even gone into the Goodwill. I'm surprised. Yay. Hello, Katie. Hello. I'm
Thank you.
surprised they haven't sent a search party out for me. They're like, this
They
guy.
see your car pass by and they're like, oh, he's going. He hasn't even stopped.
Well, I have. Oh, hey, Kilroy. Man, I'm way behind. You just remind me of that. I need to learn more Spanish. I go off in Spanish. I speak Spanish daily, depending on the situation. Yay! When you're past the DT. I haven't made a video yet though. I have not made a video. Hello everybody. I need to catch up before I start diving into my fabric pile. I had
Do
a
you
fabric
imagine
land. What's that? Start by making the intentional wonky blocks. What's that?
if they had your phone number, they would just send you pictures of machines and things and go, hey, I have stuff for you.
I made the mistake of giving my phone number to this young lady in the San Fernando Valley, and she's really enthusiastic about her job, and she calls me every time they have a sewing machine. She's not the only one.
Mm.
And it's
I'll
so
just start
sad at my
sending.
age. At my age, when I'm sliding the phone number, I'm like, I just want to know their sewing machines. I can't even say it with my hungry eye voice because it's too funny.
All right,
I'm
everyone,
not
start
giving you
sending
my
him pictures.
yay. Hello, Pam. Great to see you. Great to see
Oh,
you.
Melania, hi. I didn't say hi to you earlier.
So the real test is going to the Goodwill. I have not been to the Goodwill yet.
She's like a stereotypical Canadian. She speaks French. Parlez-vous français?
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
You look
That's the
tired.
only thing I can speak.
Are you tired? Hey, Pam. Hello, hello.
Well, today was my first day back
Yeah.
with 10-year-olds, and they kept me busy. And we had just a come to realization meeting. That was good. I'm not tired. I don't feel tired. I'm sorry I look tired. Should I go
Melania,
put makeup on or something?
I speak Spanish depending on the situation or where I am every
Mhm.
single day. It would be weird to me if I didn't speak Spanish. Now I just have the happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. They probably have them set in the back room with his name on that.
They're like, give him 2 weeks, he'll be back. Yeah.
You know what's really, I noticed that on my side of Los Angeles, because LA is humongous, and I noticed because I go to the same stores, even if I go to 40 stores, I still haven't scratched a corner of Los Angeles, and the
Hmm.
prices went up on sewing machines. I'm the only one consistently buying sewing machines. So I'm gonna give the rest of LA County a
An
break this
opportunity.
year. No thrift stores yet
Yeah.
this year. Awesome, Pam.
Oh my, I can't do that. I don't speak French.
I tried so hard to learn French. I thought I could speak Italian because it sounds like Spanish and a lot of the words are the same.
Yeah.
And you know what's really funny when I watch movies like with The Godfather, when they're speaking Italian, I'm like this. I'm like I don't want to read the
Oh,
subtitles because I think I know what they're saying, but the truth is I've seen the movie 1,000 times. I used to leave my credit card home so I wouldn't buy anything, but I had the numbers memorized. Oh yeah, you forgot. You forgot. We're a school teacher. I have a 10-year-old.
yeah. Well, if they
Absolutely,
need help in math, let me know.
absolutely. Depending on where I am, so she loves speaks French too. So my grandparents were Italian when I was a kid. When I was a kid, was fluent. Then the person on my birth mom married was Spanish. Now I do now I speak English, let alone Spanish and Italian. Wow, wow.
Amazing.
William single-handedly drove up the thrifted, so I did. I did. You know, my grandparents, my grandparents spoke Spanish, and out of
Hmm.
all the grandkids, it's because in my family it was used as a language of power because they would talk over people. And because I was the youngest, I walked up to my grandmother. I was like, I want to learn how to speak Spanish. And she's like, yes.
Come with me, my young child. Yeah.
And my dad would always tell me to learn it when I was a little kid. He's like, learn a language, pick one. But my grandmother was like, you're gonna speak Spanish.
That's amazing. See, and I can almost understand like most conversations when people are talking, and I can just get the gist of it. I won't be able to talk back, but I can understand what they're saying.
I started actually going to the Walmart by my house out of convenience, but it's
Mm.
more for everyday stuff. And do you know what's really sad? And I say this as the years go on. It's the weirdest thing to me. I go to Walmart, I turn the corner. Oh, let me be dramatic. And my Palmer's is behind bars. I just want some
Oh,
lotion. I want some deodorant and some soap. And it's all behind glass. And you have to call
oh,
somebody and they're not happy to be there. And it's like, I am so sorry, but you work here. Don't have me there. I would be like, somebody would ring the bell. I would come dance around the corner, like, what do you need, my friend? What do you need? They let me
no,
have
you wouldn't, because
headphones.
that bell would be ringing constantly, and you'd be trying to get your work done.
I actually worked at that store in 1999 to completely age myself.
You're still in high school.
That was a long time ago. I was old school. They were, I'm from the era of you want something, they would drop you off at the at the go get a job. And I had
Yeah.
2 jobs back then too. Oh, All right, so I have to start going through my fabric because I have a ton of fabric.
I'm surprised it's not piled behind you. Just
I grew up hearing Italian, lost the skill. That is one thing. At one point, I almost did lose speaking Spanish because when I lived in Oregon, I worked at Carl's Jr. Oh, it's 2025, and I'm already telling Portland, Oregon stories. Oh, but
we were not marked safe from Portland, Oregon. Check.
I was paid extra because I could speak Spanish. And so, I rarely spoke English. I rarely would speak English when I lived up there because most of the people I hung out with would speak different languages,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I know as funny as I do speak Spanish, but can understand it when people talk to me in Spanish. Assume that I didn't understand. I respond to them. Excuse me. I do this depending on my mood. Depending on my mood, I'll respond to someone in English. If I'm having a bad day, hey, skits, rah, rah, hello, hello. As the elderly pass away, we stopped speaking and hearing it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's one thing I miss about my grandmother. She would talk so much about people, but as the years went on in our area, you have to assume that everybody kind of speaks Spanish because it doesn't matter what their complexion, what they look like. Somebody speaks some sort of a different language around here, at least around here. Most people are bilingual.
Yeah, most kids around here, they're bilingual too, especially if they go to the public schools around here because we have dual language schools.
Pam is 100% correct. I have 2 dress forms blocking the pile on the chair. Hey, Pam is 100% correct. I'm actually tackling a different pile because I heard it fall as I walked by and I was like, oh, I can't ignore that. I can't ignore that anymore. All right, let me stretch. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the something of the fight.
I heard that song today.
Oh,
is that like your theme song tonight?
No, but if I ever was a professional wrestler, I would. If I ever was famous, I'd make that my song, like it was 1982. Okay. And because of my Italian grandfather background, they wouldn't let me take high school. You know what's really funny? They marked me off for Spanish back in the day. Same thing, Terry. They were like, "Oh, you speak Spanish." Didn't have to take the class. They gave me the credits and everything.
Oh, that's sad.
And I didn't have to take another language because the requirement was that you had to speak 2 languages. I have piles of.
There you go. There's your loophole. Special people.
Oh, even back then they were looking for loopholes.
Mm-hmm.
Pam and I are birds of a feather. Let me get my table. Oh, my sewing helmet fell.
Your sewing helmet.
I haven't pulled that thing out in so long.
I've never seen a sewing helmet. Does it have a shield? Like a face mask? So that you won't get hit in the eye with anything?
No, it's oh, it fell. Oh.
He's grunting.
When Isaiah was younger, he loved going to thrift stores with me because I would buy him whatever he wanted. And he bought this helmet. And I asked him, I was like, what are we going to do with this helmet? And he's like, I don't know. So I still have this football helmet after all these years.
And it's gold.
Ironic. The high school I played at, their helmets were gold, I think.
Hey, they match your gold shoes. You can make it part of your wardrobe.
One of the reasons I kept this more than anything else is because it fits my ginormous head. I have a huge head and nothing fits my head. So I kept this because it fits my giant cabeza. Do you know how hard it is? That's why I have a million hats. Do you know how hard it is to find a hat in my hat size?
I don't.
In real life, I am 7 7/8.
I remember that. Yeah.
Going. Oh yes, don't ever assume. Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. I use kids speak
Yeah.
English, kids speak Spanish to have some conversation, but since I don't use it, it's if you don't speak certain languages, you will lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. See, this is the kind of stuff I get distracted with when I'm like, I'm gonna go in my fabric pile and I find a football helmet on top of it, and I'm like, look, there's a squirrel, a literal squirrel on my fabric pile. Look. I can read most in the grocery store and in the restaurant. Every now and word it hangs. Oh, I couldn't imagine being some. Well, I've been quite a few places where I don't speak the language, but I couldn't imagine living somewhere where I didn't speak the language. I used to have so much more space. It's true. It's very true.
Mm. It's
Oh,
amazing that he can. He has a Oh, Shalom's picking on you. I can read it
that's
too.
awesome. I've like in my adult life, I try. One day I'm gonna shock somebody. I've tried to learn to speak Danish. I tried to all kinds of different languages. They just don't catch. I tried to learn how to
Mm.
speak Russian. I tried to learn how to speak Farsi. None of it has caught. Because they started going for the Los Angeles Singers patent pending. No, it's okay, Pam. Pam, you are more than welcome to pick on me because I know where you're coming from. And I absolutely love you, Pam. So in no way, shape, or form am I offended. Not in any way, shape, or form. Football. I have a collection of all kinds of crazy stuff that I've. My son is another undiagnosed ADHD brother. Over the years, my son has all kinds of crazy stuff when he was younger. Like the
Mm.
giant sombrero. I have a mannequin in my living room that scares all the unindoctrinated. And people walk in my house, they're like, oh, I thought somebody was sitting in your living room. I am so sorry. Like if I don't warn somebody, they freak out. Even recently, my buddy Marquette was like, "Oh, I forgot there was a mannequin in here." Because it's jarring, but it has a giant sombrero on it. And when my kid was younger, he bought it and he walked out the store, and all you could see was the hat. He was so little.
Oh,
So I still have that stinking sombrero.
absolutely you do. Absolutely.
Like 13 years later, or like something crazy. My grandmother is learning Japanese, not really a language we can use in everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing where I live. I'm telling you, just every other person speaks Spanish around here. So I just assume that people do.
I mean, out of all languages, I really feel that Spanish should be the top priority in the United States anyway, if we're going to learn a second language.
Japanese food is tasty too, and I've learned how to make a lot due to being married to my first husband, having an exposure to Japanese mom. Japanese food is amazing. Absolutely amazing. We used to have a bunch of really fancy Japanese restaurants, but they've all kind of disappeared over the years. But like in LA in certain districts, there are Japanese restaurants everywhere, and Chinese and Thai everywhere here. All right.
Oh,
So
Thai's good.
first, these are washed, but this is what was given to me to carry the fabric out of there. But I always feel like they're giving me free fabric. But what should I do with this? It's not the most beautiful color, but should I use it for lining or something? I just like it because it smells like my laundry soap.
All right, let's see what I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep that in the back of my brain.
I don't know what to do.
But it's stretchy.
The egg crate, yeah, the puffy stuff is super stretchy.
Yeah. Even that olive green, it looks stretchy when you held it up.
Okay. Oh, I forgot there's a hat in here. Oh, there's a Stetson in here. Oh. All right, all of this just needs to be gone through.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Make a toga. I like that. I like that. I just have a problem with stuffing and sewing space. What do you think? Is this someone bought me this hat, and this is a real Stetson, but it's just not my style. You like it or what?
I mean, I don't know.
For the record,
Yes
my mom bought me this because she's the only person I know that can afford to buy a real Stetson.
I like the color.
And I
like the shape.
Stetson had this weird idea of coming out with the Stetson crushable. And basically this is like for people who live on the range, but this hat can be smashed, put in the back of your car, and just keeps on going. I've had it for years and it just sits in here.
I like the color. I don't know if I like the shapes, but yeah.
I'm kind of in the languages. My son was stationed in Japan for a couple years. That's awesome. Yay, my grandmother has been speaking ASLs since. I trained all his service dogs with this. So no on the hat, huh?
I like the color. I'm not quite sure of the shape. It'd have to grow on me a little
bit.
Thank
you, Shalom. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is more of a Tomb Raider hat and less of a cowboy hat. This is more
like I see Indiana Jones.
Well, instead of Indiana Jones, I would be called Montana Johnson. I've thought about
Montana
this.
Johnson. Oh, man. Okay.
Because you have to pick a state and a last name. So I would be Montana Indiana Jones. It's just literally, they picked a place and a state, You could do it with anything. And then you have an action name.
Well, that is your action name now, Mr. Montana.
Thank you. 8 days. Awesome. Freddy Krueger hat.
I see that.
I have.
Yes,
there's a hoodie I made and I stopped wearing it because people called it my Freddy. It was green with this weird, I don't even know what you call the color. It wasn't white pink. It wasn't salmon. It was just off. But people call that my Freddy Krueger shirt, so I stopped wearing it. What's the number of wool count in that hat? It's really hot. This is a real hat. This is like, out of anything in this room, well, all my Dodger hats and stuff are real, but this is like a real hat. You have to shape that hat. That is true. Raiders of the Lost Ark. And you know what? And to my mom's credit, she hates my cowboy hat, so she buys me a bunch because she wants me to get rid of my ratty cowboy hat. I've been wearing the same cowboy hat for like 5 or 6 years now.
The black one?
Yeah, but because I actually work outside, it's getting ratty. Montana Johnson sounds like a prawn. Do you know what I got? If I told you what I got that from, you'd feel bad. Yay, Katie! Absolutely. A different hat would make it. Different hat band would make it look. Hat bands do change hats. I forgot I had this. That's a work in progress. That hat is a total work in progress. I was thinking about doing like the old school prospector of like doing this. Then I look like Paddington Bear though. Especially when I have my beard, I look like Paddington Bears.
I just need to put corduroys on you and you'd be great.
Oh, I'm
And
petting
suspenders.
cousin, Sewington Bear. All right, so let's get some more fabric. Really, I'm trying to see
Yay.
what fell behind my cabinet. Eventually, that thing's gonna be sun bleached like crazy. Get rid of it. The bag they gave you. You can make some underwear. Hey, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, Judy. I like that, especially those because of the accident that happened on board and stuff. Shalom. It's been tucking for all of them. Dang, Stetsons are pretty spendy in the higher fog. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why that hat, I actually cover that hat. That hat was covered in fabric for a reason now that I remember, because I didn't know what to do with it. My mom gets me all these like nice things, and I'm like, thank you so much.
I'll just set it to the side until I figure it out.
Well,
Absolutely.
my birthday and Christmas are right near each other as well, you know?
She used to do a half birthday for you, like a summer birthday.
Oh no. Oh no, we don't no. And the entire month of February is my month.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We'll forget about Bob
Oh,
Marley, Babe
you
Ruth,
only get 28 days.
Abraham
Oh,
Lincoln, Babe Ruth, Bob Marley and I share the same birthday.
I share the same birthday as Will Smith.
Oh, interesting.
And a couple other people.
Ronald Reagan, Bob Marley, Babe Ruth. I'm trying to think. There's quite a few other people. I was really surprised of all the people I share my birthday with. I remember years ago when I was making jewelry, made a hat made from porcupine quills. Oh, that's awesome. The state you were born in and the street you were born. Our first cat. I absolutely love. Now I know. Oh, I have a stream every year on my birthday. Every year. Even if it's not the day, I'm like, come and praise me. It's my birthday.
So I bet you're glad when it's leap year so you get an extra day of celebration.
You know, I don't even notice. I knew people
See, I
that
get
were
it all.
married. I know people that were married on the leap year, and they're like, they've been married for 40 something years. And they're like, we've only been married 4 years. You know, it's always something
Yeah.
insane, but it's like, you guys have been married for 40 something years.
Yeah, my nephew was born on leap day. And so sometimes I still pick on him. Let's see, he's 12. So I go, oh, you're only 3 this year. That's nice. And I send him a 3-year-old birthday card.
Okay. A lot of this is scraps, and some of this is stuff that I bought from the Goodwill bins. I promise you, I'm getting help in 2025.
Well, at least you're admitting it and bringing it out.
I'm going to sew a lot of this too.
We can make a patchwork quilt with it.
Okay. Let's see what's.
And you can use your serger.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, this is definitely tweed. You can tell by how stiff this stuff is.
If it is.
That is this is canvas. This is real canvas. And I learned I can't wash it because all of that is dyed on there. So anytime I wash anything, it literally bleaches my washing machine.
Oh, that's not good.
That's why I don't work with it. That's why there's still a ton of it left. And this is one of my grandmother's ancient embroidery hoops. And you can tell it's old because
that's
it's
amazing.
metal. I have a ton of these. Sorry.
Don't get rid of those.
I used to hand make a ton of patches. Yay. You mean you forgot Axl Rose? Oh, Axl Rose! No way. Axl Rose and I have the same. He's on the list.
I love Axl.
That is so funny. Well, he's on the list. Oh my!
We're gonna have to come out on that stream with like one of his songs right off the bat. I'm glad you're not monetized. We can play songs the whole time.
Absolutely. See, this is more of that weird fabric that came.
Mm-hmm.
This is way too close to flesh color, though.
Yeah.
That
Mm.
is so funny. Stevie Nicks and I are birthday buddies. Oh, that's awesome.
Makes me want to look. Like who else?
When trying adding salt to the water when you wash the canvas, salt helps settling the color. Good to know. I made a really amazing coat I wear once a year because it's weirdly patriotic, but I don't know what to do with it because anytime that stuff touches my washing machine, it makes everything pink. And a long time ago, when I was a kid, my parents went on a crazy cruise just by themselves, and I spent a week at my grandma's house. She dyed all of our whites pink. So I spent the rest of my
Oh,
life like being like, I'm not gonna be like that.
yeah.
And I love my grandma. But she was old school in that way. Oh man. Babe Ruth was born February 6th, Ronald Reagan. Tom Brokaw and I share the same birthday. Do you know what's so funny? He reminds me of my childhood. I forgot how much tweed I have. Oh, look at all this tweed.
Are you serious?
Look at that.
Oh, that's nice. I can see pants.
I did. I made a. I have to remember what I've made out of these because if I've made a top, I'll make a bottom or vice versa, depending on what it is.
So now you need to go match everything.
I think is this
This
more?
this is, this is going to be a process.
Oh, this is more of that weird stretchy material they give me.
Spandex. Are you sure you don't want to make leggings?
You are still trying to get me into.
Wink, wink, hint, hint. No.
Oh, I forgot about my Liza Minnelli shirt. I made this on a live stream with a serger. This is one of the reasons I destroyed my serger because I was smashing through sequins. I was smashing through. I wonder if
That poor serger had no idea what was coming.
Okay, that's closed. That's going in the closet. I wonder if that fits. Zsa Zsa Gabor too. Oh wow.
Man, my birthday is kind of boring compared to yours. I got Will Smith and Barbara Walters.
Want to wash clothes so it turns everything pink? You won't want her washing your clothes anymore. My grandma was the definition of old school. Like she was old school. She was so old school. She would always she never owned a microwave. She lived to be 99 and she never owned it. And if she did, she'd unplug it and put it in a cabinet as a protest of like still to this day. To this day, I love toaster ovens because of my grandmother. Because she always had a toaster oven in her house.
My grandma did too. And we have that's what we use most of the time, the toaster oven.
I don't like the feel of spandex. I learned that lesson young. I only had to mow the lawn once as a kid. Our lawnmower was electric and ran over the cord. Oh, we had a gas-powered one, and the rule was, are you tall enough as the handlebars?
Yep. Can you push it? Are you strong enough? We had 2.5 acres of lawn, and we had a push mower. That was not fun. But every Saturday, my sister and I would take turns mowing.
What should I make out of this? This is the Lady Guadalupe. Every time I wear it, I've made a sweatshirt and a pair of pants. Every time I wear it around my mom she has some choice words for me. Should I make shorts? It's almost like
you have to get ready for summer. So yeah.
It's basketball material though. It's the strangest thing. This is like jersey material.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I can.
literally jersey.
Oh yeah,
So should I make
shorts.
a Lady Guadalupe
Absolutely.
basketball team?
I think that'd be amazing. Make some for your son too. You can both wear them in front of your mom.
You know what's so funny? I think I've purchased a whole bolt from the San Fernando, and I'm not buying any more fabric this year.
No.
I'm actually shocked I still have that. I couldn't live without my toaster oven. I just had my ex-man's legs together. He tried putting them on, and nope. I thought about that, like with my
Hilarious.
serger. I was like, I could do some damage with the serger. Somebody wouldn't even know. They'd be like, "How come my legs can't go through my pants?" I actually thought about that last night. I was like, you could do some hardcore stuff with the serger. Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
I had a push mower. Oh, I have a push mower and I love it.
no, I have a rider. It takes me 45 minutes to ride my whole yard. And I even have an app so I can see what I've done.
Oh man, we are doing an This is an archaeological dig.
Oh, I feel like I'm in science class. Keep going.
This is from downtown LA, the Fashion District. I can't believe I still have some of this fabric. I know for a fact I made a hoodie. I probably have a yard or two. I'm taking suggestions.
I mean, I got some suggestions, but they're not for guys. You can make us all something.
I'm taking suggestions for someone that's dad bod, full dad bod size. I have you know what's so funny? Mona and I are so much like, because I was literally thinking this. I have a gardener, but he's a good guy. I love my gardener. And I talk to him. He's my buddy. Man.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Terry. A skirt.
I can't believe I still have some of this fabric. This is from 2 years ago, if not longer.
Hey, you could wear that underneath your MC Hammer jacket.
You know what's so funny? Sold and sold. This is getting put off to the side because that's a project in the making. This is one of, is this the shirt? No, this isn't. This is one of the many materials that were like very Freddy Krueger-esque because of the stripes when I'd wear this shirt. I'm so glad I found. I don't care what anyone says. I found this in downtown. This is a trippy material. I love this material. I forgot I had this.
I like that.
Oh man.
Did you make a sweatshirt out of that?
What was in my coffee, man? I'm so glad I still have some of this. I went crazy. When I used to go to downtown, I would be like, oh, he'd be like, how much would you like? Can I get 15 yards of that? I would go crazy.
So I'm assuming you have a sweatshirt with that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, like, I was cut, so it's really tight. I don't have that same body that I had 2 years ago.
Well, you can always just rip the seam and then add.
I'm full Santarin. I am full potato. I am like full dad bod. I have way too many different edges to use a weed eater. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, Rita. Love trippy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rita. Thank you. Picture would be amazing. We went all Cheech and Chong for a sec. I love that fabric. You should see me in the fabric store. People are like, it is 7:45 in the morning. What is this guy on? I'm just looking at me, and I'm like, looking at the fabric. I'm like, whoa, that's amazing. I have a dog named Cheech. That's awesome.
Amazing.
Oh, I forgot about my felt.
Hi, Brenda. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome.
gosh, I have so much. All of this is just the top shelf.
I can't imagine.
This is literally just the top shelf.
There you go. Keep yourself big so people can see.
Yay, Brenda. Hello, hello. Great to see you. Great to see you. Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke. I have every single one of those movies. Yay, hello, hello. I'm trying to see what's behind it, but I have a bad idea. I'm going to have to... Dave's not there, man. Dave's not here, man. Awake dread. Oh, what's tomorrow?
Besides being Tuesday?
Oh, that's back. That's like that 1 year.
Maybe
that...
she's just back to work on. Maybe she had today off.
In 2017, I got pulled over a bunch and I had traffic court a few times. I couldn't sleep when I... Oh, man, I have a ton of leftover material. I need to go through here and see... all of this needs to be sorted by size. But now I remember why the felt is always on the bottom, because it's so heavy.
Dental tech, make the teeth.
Oh. Dave's not here, man. Okay. All right. So let's move the mirror. It's so funny. Let's see if I can get this thing in here. Oh, I have so much stuff in this room. I am in a real life TARDIS. This thing sat in my grandmother's house for years, way high up. And it's not that I thought it was gold, but my grandmother's house was regal. It was gilded. And when I took everything down and took everything apart, I laughed so hard when I saw that this was plastic. It's not that I ever thought it was real gold, but like, you know, it kind of took the magic away when I took it off the wall.
That's pretty.
And it's old. This thing is old. It's older than I am. I'll tell you that much. Because I've been in my life my whole life. Oh, man. Okay, I'll be the first one to admit, maybe I do have a lot of fabric.
Yeah. I feel, yes. You have more than I do already.
We haven't even hit the tip. That's the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, we're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, this is the part where you hold me in the front of the ship. Do you know what's so sad is that you even know what movie I'm referencing?
I do.
That room is like a corn maze.
Go 1989. Is it 89 or 87 that movie came out? I think it's 80. No, 98, right?
I was about to say Titanic.
I know, wrong year. I would
say definitely.
If you start singing My Heart Will Go On, I don't know.
Oh, you had to say that. I will be singing that song for the next year now. Oh, that is the new Rah Rah Rasputin. Do you know I've been singing Rah Rah Rasputin for 3 or 4 years now? My heart will go. That song is like.
No, you need your megaphone when you're going to sing that one.
You know I'm ready. You know I'm ready and equipped, and I am not playing here in the house of song.
I want everyone to hear you sing that song. You and Celine doing a duet.
The neighborhood cats have been fighting, and I am of that age where I walk out, I'm like, stop fighting! I'm doing a community service. His mind that he's at a thrift store. Do you know what's so sad is that I tell myself all the time, like I'll drive past the Goodwill and I'm like, William, you live in one, bro. You live in one. Settle down.
I need to go get a price gun for you and we can just price everything. And then you'd be like, all right, I'm here.
I still love that song. It still pops up. I still to this day. And Boney M, the artist, he would wear crazy capes. Like he inspired a lot of what I made in 2022, 2023.
See, with all that stretchy material, you can make your wrestling uniforms, those little outfits.
Oh, you have no idea. Oh man, I
Yeah,
don't even want. I
bring
have
back the
to do
80s.
this. I have to. I'm gonna be up all night sorting fabric. I have to
You
do
can
this. No,
you can
because
have
I
the
heard
Heart Foundation.
I am the Heart Foundation. Men can wear pink. Do we need to have this
I know,
conversation? You don't
not
have
at
to be.
all.
You don't have to be buff like Bret Hart. You don't have to be tough. You know, you don't have to be like smoking a Manitoba red. It's okay to wear pink.
Well, then why don't you wear it? You wear black.
I wear a ton of black. I'm a Kings fan. That's my excuse.
I
People have
got it.
given me a hard time though because my son now dresses like I do, but he's a Raiders fan and he came to that on his own because I'm actually more of a Los Angeles Rams fan than anything else. So he genuinely came to that on his own. So, and I've never had a hang up, but I grew up like I don't know. I grew up around people that didn't have those hangups. So I never inherited any of those weird like you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that.
Hmm.
You know, if you look
Yeah,
good in it, rock it. And let's
absolutely.
everybody forgets in the late 1918 in the late 1980s and in the early 1990s I wore what was it, TNC Surf. They had pink shirts. I wore Rude Dog t-shirts when everybody was in love with Spud McKenzie. What kind of dog is that? They have the really big
Yeah,
snout, like but like that particular dog was popular and so they were like in
yeah.
movies. I remember I had a whole pink outfit. I loved it. I used to rock that. It was called Rude Dog because I'm old. I need to go lay down, Disney. So have a great night, Shalom. Thank you so
Oh,
much for stopping by. I'll be here for a little bit, and if not, I'll see you on Wednesday. And
he's a bull
hopefully,
terrier.
oh,
Oh, sorry.
they were so popular. Thank you
Bye,
so much
Shalom.
for stopping by, Shalom. My son is 6'4". He wears pink.
Get that project done that you emailed me about. Get it done, girl.
Absolutely. I hope you feel better. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. A bull terrier. They were so popular in the late 80s. Such as a bull terrier, I believe, small version of a pit hall.
Yeah, just with a longer snout. Yeah.
I remember that era. They had movies, all kinds. Oh man, I'm gonna be going through fabric all night.
And there's more. Oh, you can
Speaking
make a
of,
Snuggie.
actually, in my
That blue, you can make a Snuggie.
I still
And
have
then
a
you can put a hood on it.
ton of this, and this is stretchy.
You know exactly what I'm going to say. Go ahead.
Pink spandex. Ooh, ooh, girl, I love you. I don't know if I can go Milli Vanilli with some pink.
Bum,
Girl,
bum,
you
bum,
know
bum,
it's
bum,
true.
bum, bum.
Oh man. Hey,
Oh, yeah, that song's stuck in my head now.
there's a sewing machine under here. Who's surprised? Who is surprised? Nobody. All right,
I am.
okay.
Is it your...
So I completely look at all this is interfacing. When I said I bought a whole bolt, I was not kidding. This is an actual green screen. I was thinking about just making a sweatshirt with it because I never use a green screen. I'm much more of a visual guy.
Mm-hmm.
This I remember this is from the 90s. It's not like I consider it a collector's item, but I found it at my parents' house. I remember that this thing is old, but this is an original Nike Air windbreaker.
Hey, your son might wear that.
It's old. No, it's this thing is wrinkly. Okay, this is going in the clothes. But when I find clothes, I try to take them out of the pile.
Mm.
For anyone wondering what I'm doing tonight, I'm going through fabric.
Because the blue you have to make a snuggie with. No ifs, ands, or buts.
What the
Do you have
felt?
enough? Yeah. Do you know how wonderfully snuggly that would be?
Okay, this is denim. I need to separate this. I made a coat out of this ugly material, and it divided the internet because everybody had a grandma with a couch like this, or this was the wallpaper if you lived in the UK. This divided. Oh, I have to separate. I hated those noisy jackets. You can hear the shoo, 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 shoo right now.
Man, I had a whole windbreaker outfit when I played basketball. That's all we wore on game days.
The swishing reminds me of the 90s.
Mm-hmm. I wish I still had that tracksuit.
I have half one for you. You find some swishy pants, you're good to go. Oh,
Oh no, I need to find my tearaway pants.
I wonder. I knew I had sequins in here somewhere. We are not done with the sequins either, I guess. This is where these are my shamed, failed hoods. Let's make me big again.
Mm-hmm.
The math was off. This was before I trusted the math. And oh my gosh, the pile's growing. I sew a lot, okay? I sew a lot. But these are failed hoods. But I feel like somebody with a smaller head could totally wear this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They worked hard on these. Look at the quality of the lining in there. I was so sad when that one didn't fit. This one is a failed hood as well.
Yeah. Yes. Well, it's failed for you.
Well, this is back before I knew like the complete circumference of my giant skull. Now I have Milli Vanilli stuck in my head because of you. I have a ton of this weird purple, and you know what I have? My MC Hammer purple is way brighter than this, but I got this downtown. And for some reason, sequins were really expensive, but Modelo Man would always give me a deal.
A jacket.
And
but you don't have enough.
This came from an oopsie, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes, the windbreaker suit. Fire hazard. That's my call sign. Calling fire hazard. Calling fire hazard. Oh, patent pending. I like that. That's a cover for a mixer. I have one of those actual down jackets from Eddie Bauer with goose feathers, and it stays in my closet from, I believe, the date 1937 or 1938. That's amazing. Wow. That's amazing. I'm trying to see what fell back behind, because I have one of those old school TV carts on the West Coast. If it was raining and they pulled those in, you're like, we're not doing anything today.
Yes. They did it in New York too. I loved it when those teachers pulled that TV in with the VCR. What are we watching today?
Okay, so a lot more fell than I thought. Holy smokes. I forgot about half of this stuff. I was wondering where my denim went. I've been watching like fashion shows and people do fancy stuff with denim, and I'm like, I can do that. I'm just not organized. And they gave this to me as to carry all my stuff. I want to make something out of this.
I like the checkers. Yeah. Oh, I feel inspired, and I don't even make clothes.
I was wondering where half of this tweed. I could make another scrappy tweed jacket. When I was, whoa.
It's okay. I don't think it's all going to fit. Yeah.
Real life up there. Land. Now you guys see my problem. All right, let's go get more.
And you notice that none of us have clipboards out. None of us. Look how much we trust you.
So now the question is that pile gonna sit there? No, because it's in my space, I'm gonna go through everything. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to sort the small pieces from the big. It's not like I sleep at night, so this will give me something. This will give me something to do. You're thrift shopping your own stash. It's been a while. I've been avoiding this for a very long time. But today when I heard stuff fall behind, I was like, I'm a mess. I need to see what's back there.
We need to give you an organizational system. That could help a little bit too.
Hey, some more denim, some sequins. I was wondering where this HDMI cable went. This is a 20-foot HDMI cable. That's gold when you have a million monitors. But I knew I had sequins somewhere in here. Oh, you can't see how shiny that is.
No, I can see it. So if I can see it, they can see it. Oh.
Who is that clutterbug? I was wondering where all my denim. I keep all the pockets and everything when I cut denim. I could not handle all that stuff everywhere. My OCD would kick in. This all was in one space too. That's the funny thing. I'm really good. Oh, here we go. Doom, 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 doom. I'm really good at Tetris.
Tetris.
I take like certain things as a challenge. They're like, oh, we only have this amount of space. I'm like, I got this. Doom, 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 doom. I just start singing my Tetris song of determination. I have a ton of denim.
So if I ever have to pack up my house and move, you're going to come pack the truck for me then.
You need to have Tetris on a boombox.
Just tell people where to put it. I'm trying to imagine the space that you had. It must have been a really large space above your washer and dryer for all this fabric.
Oh man. Oh man.
Terry says she loves Tetris, but not enough to come help you.
I was wondering where Kenny went. I haven't seen Kenny in a long time.
Oh.
I haven't seen Kenny in a long time. I wondered. Isaiah used to carry Kenny around.
I forgot about that show.
I have so much. People think I'm playing when I say that I live in a fabric store. Let's see if it'll stay.
Yeah, it's balanced.
I actually love this material. I made a huge cloak out of it. It's supposed to be roses. They're just smashed. And I need Kenny. I absolutely still watch South Park as well, Rita. I'm singing that, William. Disappearing and all you hear is muffled. You guys think kidnapped him. You think I'm playing. Whenever I say, hey, if I disappear, and this is just one section. We haven't even got to the chair yet. But the chair's more organized. Like everything's folded on the chair. Absolutely. Rita, absolutely. But yeah, this is just. I'm glad though that I found everything that's fallen behind. Oh man! Holy cow! This fabric is all. Oh. Everything else is kind of folded, but this came from one of my grandmother's like 1970 something blankets. I think, does this have the Sears? One of these has the Sears tag on it. And this is from Walmart like years ago.
Wow.
And they probably still have this material right
I
there.
bet they
Right
do.
now.
That looks familiar.
Oh, man. I have so much stuff. So what should I make?
I gave you a couple ideas already.
If I sent a picture to my mom, she'd be like, a bonfire. A bonfire.
Oh, no.
What should I... And this was just one section. I still have two other sections and my oopsies.
No, you're lying to me.
I wish I was lying to myself. This is me actually telling the truth of how much fabric I have.
I'm shocked.
This is just
seriously.
one section. I'm gonna have fun folding it though. Like, and now that I'm working my stash, like the bigger pieces I'm gonna keep, and it's gonna help me be more conceptual and more of an artist. I'm brooding. I like to make stuff.
So we have sweatshirts, shorts, wrestling uniforms.
Singlet.
Yeah, I didn't know what it's called. I don't know. I don't wrestle.
I still have
MC Hammer shirt.
Yards of this young lady. Yards. Shout out to Modelo, man. I'm ready for the fabric again. What should I make with like this purple material? Gosh, I have so much fabric. I think I'm gonna make another scrappy jacket. I have this really yuppie idea with denim, but I have to see how much denim I have.
Definitely a scrappy jacket.
Oh, I like that. Rose fabric, you need to make a couple pillows with that. I like that. I'm actually getting rid of a few things in my living room. Oh, I really like that idea.
That's cool.
Let me look. Actually, I don't even want to look in the drawer. There's a drawer underneath, and in there are like 100 something koofies, a bunch of hats, a bunch of things I've made. Put that money fabric with denim, make bands with jacket and vest to match. I like that idea, Rita. I really like that idea.
Go team.
I'm just trying to be more organized. And even after the stream, I'll have this back over there in less than an hour. But I'm also trying to cut down on the clutter.
Well, organizing it will help. Clutter-wise. And
my problem is I need to stop adding to it.
Well, you are at the moment.
You're right. No, you're right. Like going to the Goodwill bins, I would buy like Like this. I purchased this at the Goodwill bins.
Yeah, because
It's washed.
you
You see me wearing it, it's washed, people, I promise. But it's because I went through my Shaw phase.
oh,
2-car garage space, right? I have a ton of fabric in here. Effectively, my desk is not in the middle of the room, but it's almost in the middle of the room, so it cuts the room in half. But I'm actually in a very large room. It's just there's a ton of stuff in here. There's a guy with Tetris stuck in his head now.
oh, you have Tetris and I have Mario Brothers stuck in my head. Mario 3 Dungeon.
I don't know why I kept all these pockets. I watch too many like DIY things where they're like, keep all the pockets so you could sew them into blah blah blah, or so I kept all the pockets of all the jeans I would cut up.
Well, you never know when your pockets will go bad and you need to replace them. Absolutely.
Have a great night, Judy. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Good night, Judy.
I'll be back at it on
it's always Wednesday. Good to see you.
And I will definitely have something to sew. Now that I've exposed myself. Thank you so much for stopping by, Judy. Have a great night. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little quilt blocks.
She's doing my short. I love it. Yes. I got another good one coming up because my elementary brain, just you wait. It'll be up tomorrow. Oh. You guys have no idea how corny I can really be.
I should separate the cheap fabric from the real stuff, shouldn't I?
I would sort by fabric. Yes. And then I would sort by size.
Because there's stuff that I see and I want to work with immediately. And there's other stuff that I'm like, I think this will disintegrate if I put it in the washing machine. The fabric pile is higher than me.
Just by a couple inches. Who's counting?
Yay, looking forward. Awesome.
I know. I think I'm court. Do you know what they're referencing? Did you watch my little short from yesterday?
Yes, I watch everything. For some reason, YouTube does not give me notifications. They're like, well, she's always on his channel, so we'll just assume that he's on hers. I don't know. I have no idea. But I've actually checked that. I've hit the bell icon. I like unhit the bell icon. I re-hit the bell icon on everything. Because if I'm subscribed to you, I've hit the notify me. Yeah.
Yeah. You want a hint? I can give you a hint. Has to do with my clappers. That's about it. My Taylor's clappers.
We had this conversation a day and a half ago.
About what? Taylor's clappers?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're on my my next video that comes out on Wednesday because Shalom talked about it. Her and I mentioned her.
Now I have
shout out.
Clap on, clap off. The clapper just I watched a lot of television as a kid. A lot of television. I'm understating how much TV I watched as a kid.
Oh.
No, this is real. Like I think I hit the icon for everybody. I think.
I have my core people that I do the icon for because I don't have enough time for everyone. My phone would be just going off constantly.
I'm one of those people. I'm not kidding you. And if 35-year-old me could see me now, it'd be like, who are you, you sellout? I was like, I'm never going to get an iPhone. iPhones are terrible. Now I wake up, I'm like, oh, let's see what's going on in the world.
Did anybody post anything that I need to look at? Let's
I
see here.
sleep with my phone. 3 years ago, I made a video about how I made a pillow with a pocket for my phone, but it was for my iPhone 4, and phones have got a lot bigger than that. Oh, good times.
I had to turn off all my notifications when I went to school because I just get pinged all day long. Like I have to turn off my phone. And then I have to turn off the notifications off my watch too because it'll just buzz all day long.
I get it.
Teach them.
Like the reason I'm doing this is because this is my last week of vacation, as far as my son being on vacation. So I have time to stay up all night and organize fabric. How did it feel? How did it feel going back?
Well, the 2 melatonin I took yesterday really helped that I could sleep a little bit. You guys, I know, shocking to the whole world. I was in bed, I think 10:30. I went to bed. And I woke up a couple times, not gonna lie.
Okay, but was that on East Coast time?
Yes. I did not go to bed 10:30 West Coast time. I was trying to stay East Coast. And then my alarm went off at 5:30 and I was a good little person and got up and got ready for school and ate breakfast. Yes. And I was on a high all day long. Like I was just energized. We sang songs, we did dance parties, we did it all. I came back like a rock star.
I was like that for years. They turned technology into a business. Now only purposes of cell phone services is for a phone. I only use the internet maybe once a year for it. I am tethered to my phone.
Oh.
It's sad. And I have a work phone and a life phone. It's sad. It's so sad. I have many different types of leashes.
Oh. Sorry about that. I don't miss having a work phone at all.
It's not one of those things like it's not one of those things that I'm like, I don't know. I think because I'm so used to it at this because I'm like, I've had this same job since like I came back like 08. So it's the same company, same cell phone company, same plan, you know.
Wow. 08. See, my kid was born.
Out of all the jobs I've ever had, it's the most consistent. But we all knew who I worked for.
Hi, Mom. How you doing?
On the few occasions I have to go somewhere, 90% of the time I forget to even take my phone. My mom does this. She walks around with it, like all of us, in her hand. But then, like, we go out to eat, and she'll get up and leave. And I'm like, your cell phone is still on the table. What would you have done? I tell her all the time, what would you have done if I wasn't here? Like, what would have happened?
Her whole life's on it, probably.
Not like me. Like my mom, like she's old school. She's old school. Like me, if you took my cell phone, you could ruin my life in about 4. Well, my bank, you have to know my code, but you know, like anything else, you could ruin my life in a couple clicks.
I tell her to put it in her pocketbook so she doesn't forget about it. As soon as she sets it down, just put it in your pocketbook.
But because she's from a different generation, she's not attached to it like everybody else.
Yeah. Oh, I
like
know.
Me, I get separation anxiety from me and my tracking device.
I mean, I can go to the grocery store and not bring it and be okay. So you couldn't drive to the grocery store real quick?
Well, actually, I have these lucid moments of I lived before cell phones, so I leave it in the console of my car. hoping that
Okay.
someone takes my car and my cell phone. I'm like, they're both insured. Go ahead. Take them both. Go ahead. The super sad part is that we actually have 5 active cell phones. They sit in a drawer turned off.
Mm.
In a weird way, my my cell phones are all interconnected, but when anyone texts me, it shows up on my old iPhone 8. So when I travel, I take this with me. Because if you were at my house, you could literally watch the entire conversation. Like if you just pick this phone up, you could see everything that's going on my other phone
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want anybody. Yeah.
in real time. It's the and you know, I'm not necessarily the most technological guy in the world, so I know it's probably because of my Apple ID, but it's on my laptop. It's on everything, you
Yeah, I
know.
was just about to say, like, I shut off my laptop and everything when I go to bed, and I shut it all the way down so that no one can see any, who I'm texting and all that stuff.
It is sad. I
Like,
would
it's
be
not a secret. But
No, I agree with Terry here. It is sad. I would be anxious if I left the house without my phone. I would probably go back and get it. I'm like that. I'm like
mm,
that. Like, but like I said, when I was in Vegas, when I went to the aquarium, I left my phone in the car on purpose because I wanted to enjoy, and I left my
yeah,
camera, everything, because I wanted to immerse and plus I like walking in dark rooms with crazy lighting. But I wanted to immerse myself into the memory.
yeah, and not hear every ding and ping and anybody that's bothering you. Absolutely, or like trying to get your attention away from it.
Well, everybody
Absolutely.
else was on their phone, but I was in my, I was enjoying the moment. That was like one of the first times I went to Vegas, and I hadn't left that house since the beginning of the plague, so I was like, I need a vacation.
I understand that.
See, Rita knows what I'm talking about. My phone, I don't know why, but it has all the information, so it goes with me everywhere. Like when I leave my house, when I go on trips or anywhere far away, I take that phone with me.
Yes. When I go to a foreign land, it is always with me. I gotta look to see where everything is.
Well, it's not like I have any secrets or anything, but it's just weird.
You're not like the Secret Service.
I'm a middle-aged single man. I have nothing to hide. You want to see my search history?
Oh,
You will find
no,
out a
I
little
don't.
bit about me. You will find I have nothing
I
to
know.
I'm one of those people. I have nothing to hide in that sense. I'm boring. Like when people are like, "Oh, they're hacking our phones and stuff." Like, A, they've been hacked, and B, like I don't have secrets like that. All the exciting stuff I do, I don't put on my cell phone. Oh, I don't think people realize how much technology is in their home. Turn off all the lights, and there are little red lights, blue lights. It's true, though. It's true. I'm addicted to having alarm clocks everywhere, but I don't like the like if it's blue, it's too blue. If it's red, it's too red. So all my alarm clocks are like turned face down if it's in the dark.
Oh,
I'm weird.
I don't have alarm clocks. It's my phone.
I need a physical old school alarm clock. And I still have an alarm clock that I bought at a Walgreens in Portland, Oregon 20 something years ago. It's in my son's room. It still works.
What about the one that you just wind, like the really old-fashioned ones?
I have timers, but that's just because I had an ASD kid.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to say, okay, in 10 minutes, then you had to mean it. So I'd go get a timer and be like, all right, I'm coming back in 10 minutes because I said 10 minutes.
That's what I have to do with all my students. I have to give them timers. Yeah, or I put it on my board. I go, yeah, and it counts, and it turns red, and then it counts down to nothing, and it beeps, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to leave. But yeah.
It taught me the value of what like 10 minutes really is, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I used to put all those silly apps on my phone. I have zero alarm clock. I want to know I grew up in a house where my parents had one of those clocks that would ding for every hour.
Grandfather clock?
It was a
Cuckoo clock?
small one. It was a wannabe. Like, it was a small one, but it would
Oh,
ding every hour on the hour. So if it was 3, it would ding 3. And I mean 3 o'clock in the
mhm,
morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. But I got
mhm.
used to having clocks. I'm a Time
Yeah,
Lord. I grew up on Gallifrey. But there were clocks everywhere. And so I don't know. I'm weird. I'm weird like that. I have those clocks. They're called sonic clocks. Electricity goes out and they reset themselves. Yeah, the ones I have there. I don't know what it is. The color messes with my eyes though. Says
interesting.
the guy who sleeps with the TV on. I'm like, oh, I can't have all this light on and out. I literally have like a 60-inch TV just literally lighting up the entire room.
I see. I can't sleep like that. No, I have to be immersed in the darkness.
I can sleep with lights on. Like I could be at Dodger Stadium, fully lit. I would fall asleep.
I could do that too, but if I'm in bed trying to go to sleep and somebody has a light on, then my cover's going over my head. I don't want to see
When I was a teen, I had one of those wind-up belts. Turned me into a violent teen. I remember those. I have a big anti-grandfather clock that chimes on the hour. I love it. I had a fake grandfather clock. I didn't realize how fake it was until I brought my grandmother's into my house. I was like, oh, I put the fake one in storage. I was like, you're a disgrace. You take batteries. Get out of here.
batteries. Who puts batteries in a grandpa? Oh
It
my
was
word!
it was a fake grandfather clock. I
I
still
see.
have it. We're all going to see it the day I open up my storage unit and cry.
As it falls on you. Oh,
I just switched the card over, so I'm not in denial of that place. It still exists. I just have to go in there.
that's
Oh,
that's next year.
I need total darkness when I sleep. I could sleep
I
outside. I could sleep at noon in June on a summer's day with the sun directly over my head. I could pass out.
see. It's just, but that's different. It's napping. You're not sleeping for 8 hours. You're napping.
That is true. I could nap anywhere. I could sleep anywhere in a loud room. Like when I'm tired, I'll close my eyes and fall asleep.
I think my parents used to put me in a car to fall asleep when I was little because I can get in a car and just within 5 minutes, I'm gone.
I wonder about that with my son too, because he gets tired. And I'm like, I shouldn't have done this when he was a kid. I drove him
Yeah,
around too much as a kid.
I can do it totally. I can balance a large coffee in my hand and fall right asleep.
Do you have noise sensitivity like Rita?
Mm-mm.
I grew up in a house full of people. It's weird. I think it's not a good defense mechanism because I can like semi wake up and be like, oh, someone's moving around me, and I'll go back to sleep. They could take
Yeah,
my whole house, and I would be like, like passed out asleep.
yeah, I'll hear everything, but it doesn't bother me.
My parents had the cat clocks with the wagging tail. Oh man, that's
Oh,
on my thrifting list. If I ever see something like that, I need
that's
the fan on. What
creepy.
I'm one of those. You know what's so funny?
Oh, white noise.
For a long time, I was not a fan person. Now, I can't sleep without the fan on. I need some sort of noise. There was a time when I could go to sleep without the TV on, but now no noise. I want one of those cat clocks so bad.
Yeah, his eyes moving back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I had to? You're gonna make fun of me, and you can. And I want one again. And these are easy to get. I want a Billy Bass. Take me to the water. Put me in the river. I would push the button. And I was grown. I
Oh,
was like 19, 20. I had one.
oh,
I want to know. Billy Bass goes off. I can do. And it was like a cheesy version of Take Me to the Water. Throw me in the river. Oh, I need a Billy Bass.
oh.
That's how classy I was in 2000, 2001.
Yep, you're giving me those vibes. I got it. I don't know if we could have been friends.
I loved that thing. I need to have the fan on even when it's cold. I'm the same way. I'll be full burrito, fully covered, and then the fan has to be hitting my face.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Terry.
Absolutely.
I have that goofy fish in my kitchen over the water cooler. I love those things, Rita.
Oh,
I love Billy Bass. I'm gonna get one. Give me motivation. There's a bunch of stuff I need to do. That's giving me motivation.
Put it on your list.
I haven't Amazoned in a while. I had Amazon send me a message. They're like, "Hey, are you okay? Remember us? It's Amazon. Hey, you haven't ordered Sour Patch Kids in a while."
Oh, how is that going?
No, I buy them at Walmart.
Are they cheaper at Walmart?
I haven't looked. Food is so expensive here. I don't even look at the price. I literally shop like this.
Like, put it in my cart. Put it in
milk, and I'm not even talking about the crazy junk food I eat, like milk, a head of lettuce. Food is just crazy. I have two small fans on the floor underneath my desk that I have playlist fan. I have fans all in this room. There are 3 fans going right now, but that's just because I'm sitting in a room of monitors. I'm kind to my electronic devices. You just buy it. You just buy as looking at the price makes you wacko. It's so true though. Food is so expensive. I'm not kidding you. My son's like, the only thing that I refuse to pay for, this one brand of beef jerky he likes, Duke's, is $35 at the store. I refuse. I thought it was overpriced when it was $15. And so every time he's like, "Can I get the beef jerky?" I'm like, "What's the price? $35 for beef jerky." I'm like, "Dude, come with me, my friend. Come with me. I could make you some stuff that tastes way better than this." Oh, it drives me crazy.
No.
Chocolate too. And chocolate, I'm like, are we paying for the gas prices to get it here?
Yes, you are.
So if they're like, "How come you're all fit in 2025? It's because I'm protesting the prices. I got to turn in. Thank you so much for hanging out, Terry.
Good night, Terry.
I'm not going to go much longer because I want to get serious. Need some folding. No, because really, there's not that much fat. Like, there is an unreal amount of fabric here, but some of it's going to be separated, washed. Some of it's going to be used. So I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to seeing how you organize it.
I either make my own jerky or buy Tillamook jerky, which comes from the Tillamook County Smoker in Oregon. I miss that area. I miss that whole experience. But the Portland, Oregon I lived in doesn't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's gotten better or worse or whatever, but all right, let me shame myself one more time. We did it, team. We did it, House of Sewing. You see all this fabric? We had a fabric-a-lanch. I want to thank everybody who's made it this far. Anyone who watches this in the future, I absolutely appreciate you. Today, taking a day off. This is why. I'm going to go through this. I'm going to make we're so what? See, but this motivate. I am that kind of person where I will not sleep until this is done. So this will be gone by the end of this evening. And I need to make a video tomorrow. I need to catch up because I've been doing so much sewing lately. It's insane.
I can't wait to see it.
So I need to catch up on all the stuff I'm sewing. And I need to tell the people then I'm on my no buy so far. Well, I'm gonna see how far I can go without buying fabric, but as you can see,
I mean, we're on day 7. You'll be on day 7 tomorrow.
I know, but look how much fabric I have. I'm gonna be here for a while.
And it
Yeah.
brings you joy, though. I saw it when you were pulling it out. Like you were excited about some items.
Well, I'm excited rediscovering things. Yeah. And I found more burlap I thought I didn't have, but apparently I do. I will be back at it on Wednesday. Seriously, the House of Sewing has grown, and I want to thank everybody. You guys are absolutely amazing. So instead of my usual fluff, I'll see everybody on Wednesday. Twin, thank you so much for being here. You are
That's
utterly
wonderful as always.
completely appreciated. So, like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time. Thank you, everybody.